This is Slow Ladder coming at you live from the Northern Sierra foothills. So I'm going to do the 19,000 mile service review for the 2023 Diavel V4. So just got back from the dealership. The bike has approximately, it's got exactly 19,887 miles on it. So that's good. Getting some good miles on the beast. Just did the 1 year, the 19,000 mile service. So we'll go over those results here. We will go over those results. Oh, sorry, out of breath. I was driving around, kind of ripping around fast. Okay, let's see. So I've had the bike approximately 1 year. Another few weeks will be 1 year, so I will be getting my 20,000 miles in. So it's pretty close. It's within about 150 miles. It's 20,000 because I ride this every day. Oh yeah, I just got back from the grocery store, so I have my phone. This holds 1 bag of groceries here. So there's a taco salad in there, or meat. I'm gonna make a taco salad. So A&S Motorcycles in Roseville, that's where I bought the bike. Awesome, best motorcycle shop. Actually, I just bought. I just today, when I picked this up for its 19,000 mile 1 year service, I bought 2 Panigale V2s, 2 red ones to match this, because I got twin boys. So be picking those up next week. I'll make some videos on those, on the 2 Panigale V2s. So I'm gonna have 3 Ducatis, well 4 Ducatis. There's the other one out there. I got a black Ducati, got 1 black Ducati, and I'll have a red Diavel V4, and I have 2 red Panigale V2s. And those are 2024s. I was gonna get the 2025s, but they haven't come out yet. So there'll be 2 brand new bikes. So the total cost of the service, I got the invoice here, is, what is it? $526.72. And so what does that include? It includes 2 Uber rides. So I got to take the Uber there and back to drop the bike off. So they pay for that. It says when they looked at the computer, it had an error code of DDS3. There's a technical recall campaign on the DCSA, whatever that is. So they're going to replace that. So I'll have to take the bike back in a few weeks. Oh, and the big news is that I've worn out the chain and sprockets, so I'm going to get a new chain and sprocket, and then they'll do this DSCA recall. So Slow Ladder's burned through his chain finally. I mean, it's still safe to ride, but probably in 2 weeks I'll go down there. They got to order the chain and the front and rear sprocket. And so for that, it's going to be $750 approximately for the parts and labor. So the chain, I think, is like $350, and the sprockets are another $150. So it's about, that's like about $600. So it's not too bad. So $750 for the install. So I'll do an update on the new chain. So back to the 19,000 mile service. So they found this DDS error. They're gonna recall that for free. They changed the oil and filter. They checked and cleaned the air filter. Yeah, because this air filter is a synthetic air filter. Good. They visually checked the front and rear shock absorber seals. They checked the brakes and brake and clutch fluid levels. They checked the front and rear brake disc pad wear. Replace if necessary, was not necessary. Check the proper tightening of brake caliper bolts and front and rear brake disc screws. Check front and rear wheel nuts and rear sprocket nut torque values. Check frame to engine, frame to swing arm, frame to rear shock absorber, fasteners tightening. Check the rear wheel hub bearings and steering tube lube bearing clearance. Check the chain, the rear sprocket and sprocket wear. Check the final drive tension. Lubricate and stretch. Oh, so that's what they found. The chain, it's got some kinks in it and it's got some worn out links. And also the front and rear sprockets are worn. Schlowater been burning rubber too much. They clean the chain, lubricate the chain, adjust the chain. Check the freedom of movement and tighten the side stand. They check the side stand, that's good. Check all the gaiters and visible hose. Retighten housings, hose housings. Check rear brake lever. Check rear brake lever for proper play. Lubricate levers and handlebar and pedal controls. Check tire pressure, and they don't spell it T-I-R-E, they spell it T-Y-R-E, I guess because they're Europeans. Check the operation of all electrical safety devices. Check lighting devices, turn indicators, horns, controls. Final test and road test the motorcycle. Test safety devices, electrical fans and idling. Visually check the coolant level and circuits for damage. Soft clean the vehicle. Clear service light indication. Okay, here's what it says. Resolution. The oil service has been completed. Engine oil filter changed. The air filters cleaned. The chain was cleaned and lubed and adjusted. The service light reset. The remaining items have been inspected and torqued and lubricated with nothing to note. So came back with the clean bill of health except for the chain and the front and rear sprockets are worn, which is not a safety issue. It just needs to be done at this point. So that'll be done in a few weeks. So parts for the lube were $350 for the oil and filter, and then $122. Oh no, the parts were $122.32 for a new oil washer, synthetic oil, chemicals, cleaners, oil filters, some O-rings, and the labor was $350. So total price of the job was $472.32. They did a multi-point inspection. They found everything was okay. Okay. Tech final inspection. Tires were inflated to tire specifications. Well, I've been having the clutch issue, so they did about 3 weeks ago. I basically had no clutch left, so they bled and replaced the clutch fluid, and then it worked, but now it's getting soft again, so they rechecked it. Customer states clutch engagement, disengagement is much improved from prior repair, but would still like us to check the clutch as it is not as it should be, which it was getting soft again. Upon inspection, the clutch lever felt like there was air in the line. That's what I thought. It had no pressure unit about halfway through the pull. Bled the clutch. There were some air bubbles in the line. Bled the master cylinder, and there was a moderate amount of air bubbles with dirt that came out of the master cylinder. The clutch is good, so they said it's good, but they're going to check with the factory, and if it happens again, they're going to replace the clutch master cylinder and the slave cylinder. It says open campaign CR270. Don't know what that is. That was supposed to be some piece that's not related to performance or. Okay, well that was it. So that was a. So for the 1 year or 19,000 mile service, basically it's an oil change and a recheck of everything. And so the only issues I've been having with the bike was that, I mean, you don't use the clutch on these bikes. So that's why I didn't notice I used the quick shifter. So the clutch is only used on first gear takeoff and then stopping. So you use a little bit, but you don't notice it. And this is a bunch. Okay, here is it. Inspect chain. Chain is kinked. So the chain is kinked and it's got a spun roller. So there's a roller in there that's loose, one of the rollers. I've been doing too many burnouts. The battery's good. And this is just a checklist here of all the stuff they do. Don't know if you could see that. Here's the previous page. It's got the battery voltage and the tire tread depth, and if they check to see if the wheels are bent. Slow rider's been off-roading the V4. Yeah, front tire pressure. Oh. All right. Almost gave away Slow Rider's credit card information there. All right. No bueno. Okay, so what I did is I dropped it off the day before, and this is like an all-day service, so they take your bike apart and do it, which is nice. So I'm going to do another video when I hit 20,000 miles, and that'll probably be in a few days, which I'm going to give my full bike experience for the whole year, just quickly. Probably it'll be a 20 or half hour video, so I'll keep it short. So I'll go over all the modifications, like the dragster exhaust, the uptune, the sliders, how everything's working. So far, I haven't had any issues with the uptune because it remaps the bike to run at 4 cylinders all the time. But otherwise, so that's the 1 year maintenance, or the 19,000 mile maintenance. And then I have an appointment in 2 weeks to go get the chain done, look at the clutch again. So it's just a few minor issues, but overall, I mean, I ride this bike every day and I ride it pretty hard, so it's really reliable. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with ANS Motorsports in Roseville, the best dealership ever. Like I've purchased now 5 brand new motorcycles from them in the last year and a half. Last year, so I bought my first bike was a Royal Enfield Himalayan 411, the camo, and then I bought a GT650 Continental, which I converted into a cafe racer, and then I bought I bought this bike next. Sorry. So then I bought the 2023 Ducati Diavel V4. That's the third bike, and then today I bought 2 Panigale V2s, 2024s, red, to match this bike. So what's going to happen? So we're going to modify those bikes. We're going to build those. Definitely do the tail tuck, probably the mirrors, maybe the exhaust, maybe up map. We'll see what we'll do, but we'll definitely do. And each one of my sons is going to do a custom wrap and what they call livery of the bike. All right, Slow Rider out, man.